well, but on the inside, it's got a VW engine. A few of our vehicles from our Back to the Future Part 1 and Part 2 flick, and a few of our vehicles that are back in the past, our Flintstones cars. For my Fast and Furious fans, we got a couple vehicles out here for you as well today. For my Jurassic fans, that gyrosphere is out here, but the glass is missing, and that's because it was all CGI, computer-generated imagery. Basically, we want to make sure our actors can breathe, and if we had glass on that circular structure, at some point we catch the reflection of a camera, so they just decided to add that in digitally. For Transformers, that last picture car you've seen on display here today that kind of looks like a tank, everything on the outside is actually made out of a lightweight wood material. A lot easier to move around on set, a lot easier to blow up, if need be. Well, guys, looks like right now, looks like we're going to go ahead and switch gears here. In fact, I am going to let this guy introduce our next area.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
That's right, in just a few moments here, we're going to be taking everybody back in time as we take a look at some of the picture cars, props, and set dressing pieces that were used in the first 3 Jurassic Park productions. Lost World Jurassic Park. You recognize the mobile lab unit coming up here over on the left-hand side. In fact, I'll show you the same scene where it's featured up on your screens here. So this mobile lab unit, just like that tank from Transformers, it is also made out of a lightweight wood material. Looks like it's been dragged off the edge of a cliff by that angry monster. Well, that cliff on your screens, that is not a cliff, that's a parking structure on our front lawn. We've just dressed it up a bit for this particular scene. We've got, looks like some of the dinosaurs got out of their cages. Oh my goodness, I had no idea. So you guys got to put on today. It's just dinosaur acid. It's going to wipe it out of your skin. So, no biggie. But one of the important things we have to deal with in all of our Jurassic movies, that would be weather. Because typically here in sunny Southern California, we get sun almost every single day. But here on the Universal backlot, it's a whole other story. In fact, in just a few moments here, we're actually going to go ahead and give you guys a live weather demonstration today as we make our way down the hill into our Old Mexico area. We recognize this upcoming location from productions like Nacho Libre, Three Amigos, a Lady Gaga music video, Criminal Minds, Beyond Borders filmed out here. They actually filmed 2 different episodes at the same location. They called it 2 different areas in each episode. Indiana Jones, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull filmed some of these out here. Sounds like they've activated the thunder, and it looks like the lightning effect for us. Great. So the thunder effects, these are all strategically placed speakers along the set. Normally that would be added in post-production, but for presentational purposes, we have them along the set. They activated the rain for us. Great. The lightning effects, those are strobe lights creating that effect today, and then the rain, those are sprinklers. They're shooting the water straight up into the air, allowing the water to fall down naturally to the earth, just like rain would. Normally this is where they turn off the rain effect. Weird. Because you don't have anybody up in the blood juice right now either. Okay, you know, guys, no worries. We're just gonna.
You can't outrun the wolf, kid!
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Why not? Hey, everybody, motion!
Alright, so after our flash flood, we're going to take it nice and easy now. We're going to hop that border, nosy right on by a portion of our 6 Points Texas area off to the left-hand side. You may recognize this area if you saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. They filmed a bunch of scenes out here, including the scenes with Leonardo DiCaprio and the little girl. Those all took place out here in 6 Points. This same location today is being used for production. Other than that, we don't know any other details. It's what we call an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. Basically, they don't want any spoilers for whatever it is that they're working on out there today. And since we are officially right around 6 points, that means at this point in the tour, we're about halfway through. So here's that first friendly reminder for you, we still have that red E-cord that's located directly in the center of the tram. So if you do have a medical emergency, you drop something over the side, maybe it's an extreme bathroom emergency, you do have that as an option. Otherwise, we'll just remain seated, continue on here with the tour. Now over on the left-hand side, you're seeing this nice little body of water out here. That is our Clark Lake location. For those of you who are my horror fans on board the tour, maybe you recognize that area as the Black Lagoon from Creature from the Black Lagoon. It was also the ocean in McHale's Navy. Basically used a bunch of miniatures, did some nice close-up shots, so at home you believe you were filming on the ocean, when in reality, right out here on Universal Backlot. Off to the left-hand side, we got a portion of our Little Europe area there. It's actually being used for a new show, and it is a new show called That's My Jam. So it's a new show with Jimmy Fallon. So it's supposed to be kind of like what he does on The Tonight Show with his celebrity guests, where they'll do those fun, like, comedy, musical little bits. Basically, it's an entire show, but expanded on that concept. So we'll see how that goes a little later on. Nope, later on. But right now, guys, looks like we are taking you guys inside the soundstage today. So, welcome to Soundstage 50. No, welcome to Soundstage 50. Hey, I know they're allowing all the tourists through here because they're actually prepping this area for production that I believe is supposed to start filming here after this weekend. So they can allow the tourists here. Kind of a big deal. You may have realized about halfway through that animation, we are not actually prepping that soundstage for any sort of production today, but the area has been used for filming in the past, like in this episode of Bones.
I like that.
What's going on?
Let's get out of here! The water main just broke!
So I know earthquake back there was a little traumatic for some of us, so we're gonna make it up to you guys. We're about to take everybody on a nice little vacay. Welcome everybody to Amity Island. It's a small New England town, but don't worry, we have got that great white man eating shark jaws. He's hanging out, literally, over on the right-hand side of the trail. In fact, my friend George, he's a police diver. He's down the water. Uh-oh, looks like there's something on the water there. George. Hey George! George, you might want to swim back to your police boat, buddy. George? Oh, George had a lot of guts to be out there, and here they are. Okay, you know guys, no worries. We are just going to move up a little further here. We're going to hide behind these flammable gas tanks. I bet that is definitely going to be the next safest place where we can hide. Okay, hopefully whatever's out in the water will take the bait. It's attached to the yellow barrel. Okay, looks like the barrel is moving out there. That's a good sign. Okay, that looks like it's attached to the dock instead. Where here, so, you know, it must be... And he's got a name, his name is Bruce. Bruce is nicknamed after Steven Spielberg's movie. You may also recognize that name, Bruce. It's the same name as the shark in Finding Nemo. Fish are friends. So their Bruce was nicknamed after our Bruce, who again really was nicknamed after Spielberg's lawyer, still his lawyer to this day. But Bruce out there, he was as much of a menace off screen as he was on screen because Bruce was originally designed for freshwater. But director Steven Spielberg decided to move most of the filming right off the coast of Martha's Vineyard, so as soon as Bruce hit that salt water, he also hit the bottom of the Atlantic ocean floor.
A much maligned shark. The shark was frustrating. It didn't really work all the time. It didn't work hardly at all.
Wherever you were on the island, you could hear the radio lights. They were always saying, "The shark is not working." Repeat, "The shark is not working."
We just waited around. We just waited and waited and waited.
The shark worked well enough. For a while there, it had the biggest difficulty. So I really owe the shark a lot.
And if you take one last look over on the left-hand side, you may also recognize that location as Cabot Cove. That's right, you guys, that is where we filmed 12 very successful seasons of Murder, She Wrote, starring Angela Lansbury. We continue to make our way up the hill here. Over on the right-hand side, you're going to see our chicken ranch, which was originally designed for this production. The best little whorehouse in Texas. Also heavily featured in Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses and LMFAO's Sorry for Party Rocking music video. So this is a great example of a practical set, meaning we can film on the inside as well as the outside of that location. Great example of that facade in the backyard, just the front and side. Over on the left-hand side, we're seeing the tail end of our Colonial Street, otherwise known as Wisteria Lane. The area is actually being used by the show Bel Air today, so they need a very traditional-looking neighborhood for one of their episodes. In fact, let me show you guys a couple more quick examples on your screens of other productions that have used that area over the years. The show Never Have I Ever for season 2 did a bunch of filming out there. Nelly filmed a music video out there, you guys, with Kelly Rowland. Smash Mouth filmed their all-star music video in that neighborhood. The Munsters home is located out there, 1313 Mockingbird Lane, so it really has been used over and over again.